Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Kate's Creative Space. I'm Kate, and today I am going to be doing a tag video. This tag video was started by Elissa over at Make Arts and Crafts. I'll have her channel tagged down below, and I was tagged by Natalie over at Diet Coke and Diamonds. Thanks to Natalie for tagging me in this video. I actually feel really special because this is the first tag video that I've ever done on this channel that someone actually tagged me in. So I feel really cool. But I'm excited to work on this whip here and answer the questions to this tag video. It's been a while since I've done a fun tag video. I'm excited. So this kit that I'm working on is Cozy Reading Nook. I hope it's a good view for you guys. I'm trying out a new angle. I've never been great at the whip and chat type style video. I always feel like my camera angle looks kind of off, but I'm trying it at this angle. Hopefully it looks good. If not, just listen along while you guys work on your projects or whatever else you might be up to today. So let's jump into the tag questions. They are broken out into categories. So the first one is like habits and routine. And the first question is, what is your ultimate crafting background noise, TV show, audiobook, podcast, music, or silence? I don't love living in silence. Luckily, my kids make it possible that I don't really live in silence very much. I would say that if I am diamond painting, I am probably watching YouTube, or like at night, if the kids are asleep, I will watch a show that I've seen before. I can't watch new shows and focus on diamond painting, but I'll probably watch like a repeat show that I've seen 100 times and have that as background noise while I'm diamond painting. Or sometimes like my husband watches bowling, I'll watch that with him. I can diamond paint to bowling. If the kids are awake and I am squeezing in some diamond painting time, sometimes I'll just have whatever, like them as my background noise, which is definitely not quiet. But like talking to them or listening to them playing or something. But that's pretty rare, because even then, if I find a quiet moment to sneak away and diamond paint, or not even sneak away, but just like diamond paint while they're playing nicely, sometimes I'll stick my headphones in and listen to YouTube while I do that. I like to have some kind of background noise in my ears while I am diamond painting for sure. The next question is, are you a morning crafter or a late night crafter? I would never call myself late night, because I think that other people would put me to shame when I say like I was up late last night. Usually I mean like 11 at the latest. But for the longest time, I would diamond paint after my kids went to bed for a couple hours. So like I would say more evening crafter, right? Like they used to go to bed at 7 o'clock and I would diamond paint till like 10. But lately bedtimes have been a hot mess and a big struggle. And I have found myself getting up at like 5:30 in the morning most mornings, and getting a little bit of early morning craft time in. I've always loved getting things done first thing in the morning. So I tend to kind of do my fun things at night. You know, like I'm the kind of person that usually wakes up and is like, I'm going to get all my chores done and then I'll have time to have fun later. But if I get up at 5:30, usually I'll like listen to my Bible app, have an hour or so to diamond paint before anybody gets up. And that's actually been kind of a nice new thing. So I would probably say more evening than anything, but you know, just because of being a mom and having to find time when I can find it, I have found myself crafting in the early morning as well. So, okay, next question is, how many works in progresses do I currently have? Now, we got to talk about this because I have 9 right now, which is insane for me. It's too many. I'll tell you that right off the bat. I'm trying to get the number down because I am overwhelmed. But it's fun. I'm having so much fun. I've added a ton of new whips. A lot of that has been because I'm trying to do 1 kit a month for Refresher Stash, and I'm not finishing those kits because I've also been trying out a ton of new shops. So when I say 9 whips, I have to caveat that with 2 of them are year-long projects, so I only work on them for a day or two throughout the month. Two of them are this kit here, which has a twin, the exact same kit. I'm doing this kit hybrid and hand charted so I can make a comparison video about this kit. So that is technically 2 whips, but in my mind it's more like 1 whip. And then 2 of them are Refresh Your Stash kits. And let's see, that's 2, 4, that's 6 of my 9. Where are the other 3? The other 3 would be a Mystical Dream Diamonds canvas that I'm really excited to be working on right now. One of them is a buddy diamond painting that I'm doing with my friend, and that's been kind of put on pause as her summer has gotten really busy and she hasn't been diamond painting much, so that kit's kind of on pause. And then one is like a long-term project that honestly I'm thinking about putting back on hold again because I just have too much going on. I pulled out Crystal Lake Cabin thinking I would have some time to work on it, and it's just I can't right now. I've got so many other kits going on that I think I'm actually going to put that one back on hold, and then it wouldn't be considered like an active whip. So maybe it's not 9, maybe it's like 8, but it's still a lot, and I think it's too many. So I'm working to try to get that number down. That being said, it is the end of June, and in July I have another Refresh Your Stash kit I'm contemplating kitting up, so we'll have to just see how it goes. I need to get some of these kits finished for sure. Okay, next question is, what is the longest break you've ever taken from the hobby? I will have been diamond painting 3 years in August, so I'm coming up on 3 years. And I don't think I've taken more than just a couple days off since I started the hobby. I have diamond painted every single day except for 2 days this year, and we're halfway through the year. So I diamond paint all the time, and I really love it. Not forcing myself to do it by any means. I really love it. I think there was a time last year that I kind of discovered adult coloring, and I was really into that for like a couple months, but I still diamond painted during that time, maybe just not as much. But yeah, I would say only a couple days, and most of that probably was just either being like sick or busy with the kids or something, and that was why I didn't have time to diamond paint. I don't think I ever have like gotten burned out and needed to step away and not diamond paint. So yeah, I would say not more than just a couple days. Probably if I was either sick or the kids had something going on. I apologize if this is a little shaky. I'm not using my kitchen table today. I'm using my folding table, which is one of the questions. So we could talk about that in a little bit. But I think it might wobble just a little bit more. Okay, the next question is, do you have a dedicated diamond painting desk or do you travel around the house? Okay, perfect. I can talk about this. So I diamond paint at a very tiny fold-up table, and this table, it's actually the one I'm using right now. Normally when I film, I use the kitchen table, but right now I'm using my fold-up table, and I use it right at the couch. So I sit on my couch and lean forward and diamond paint with my table. And it might not be the best setup in the world, but it works for me. I would love to have a designated craft room one day, or even like a designated craft desk one day. It's just not on the cards right now. I do have a desk set up down in the basement, but normally when I'm diamond painting, it's right when my kids go to sleep, like I said. And I can't go down in the basement because I have to be kind of close to them in case they need anything, or if they're bickering, I just set my hand right in my diamond painting. That was smart. So I can't like go downstairs. So that desk down there has become just kind of a place where I stack stuff. Plus it's the basement, and it's, unfinished, and it's cold and dreary, and I don't want to sit down there and diamond paint down there alone. So I usually set up my little desk here, sit on the couch like I am right now, and I diamond paint this way. And when I'm filming, I will sit at the kitchen table, but that is far less comfortable, so definitely don't do that much. Okay. The next question is, what is your absolute favorite tray to use? Okay, so we're getting into the next category, tools and setup. And I'm going to let you guys know, I did a Q&A, like an Ask Me Anything Q&A last week on my channel to celebrate my 1-year anniversary of being on YouTube. And in that video, I mentioned that I don't really have accessories that I use, because a lot of people ask my favorite accessories and stuff. I don't have a ton of accessories that I use. What I use is very standard Diamond Art Club tray, Diamond Art Club pen. I use the Diamond Art Club wax. So these questions will be a little bit boring, unfortunately. But someone commented and said, like, what shops would you like to try? Maybe answer it that way. So I think I'm going to try to do that for these questions here. So my favorite accessory, I will say, though, I do have an answer for this one. My favorite accessory is the Diamond Art Club multi-placers. I am not like the best multi-placer in the world. I only use a 4-placer. But I figured out when I used the Diamond Art Club one, like the thin metal multi-placers, that it definitely made multi-placing a lot easier. So right now, I would say that is my favorite color or my favorite accessory when it comes to diamond painting. But that is just because I don't have much else to really talk about with as far as accessories go. I'm the kind of person that I really tend to find something I like and kind of stick with it. I have a hard time breaking out of my routines and my habits. I find something I like, I stick with it. I eat repeat meals a lot. I don't find myself really breaking out of my habits too often. So when I have a combination of a pen and a tray and wax that works, these drills are clumped together. So I'm trying really hard to just shake them down and just use the ones that aren't clumped because I don't feel like breaking them apart right now. So sorry if you keep hearing me shake the drills. But anyways, yeah, I find what works and stick with it. So I just haven't, I don't try a lot of new things basically. So I know it's going to be a little boring, but are you team wax, team putty, or team glue dots? I really like wax. I've never tried glue dots. Honestly, I would love to try them one day. It's on my list of things to do. I just have never gotten to it yet. I have tried putty a couple of times. I've tried the putty that Diamond Art Club used to include in their kits. They did that for a small period of time. They included like a white wax or a white putty instead of wax, and then they went back to clear putty, or like they went back to putty and made it clear. I tried that wax or that putty. I wasn't a huge fan of it. I thought it was stringy. I now kind of associate all putty as being stringy, but I don't think that's true. I just think that my mind now has this block of like, putty stringy, I don't like it. I felt like every time I used it, it left residue on my drills. I didn't love it. So I've also tried, I think it's called Alien Putty, and that was okay. It just, I do have I don't like really strong scented things either. I'm the kind of person that, like, if you have a ton of strong scents, I will kind of get a headache smelling that all the time. So that's the other reason that I kind of just like the Diamond Art Club wax that's included, because it doesn't smell, it doesn't give me a headache or anything like that. If I like a candle, I love candles, but sometimes they give me headaches when I smell them too much. So I, for now, like wax. I would be willing to try putty again sometime. But like I said, once I find something that I kind of like, see, I'm sure that if I tried something better than the standard Diamond Art Club wax, I would probably fall in love with it and be like, what have I been missing this whole time? But right now, like, it works, and I'm not struggling. I don't have issues with it. So that's why I'm continuing to use it, basically. Okay, next question is, what is your number one tip for using a multi-placer? I kind of hit on this a few minutes ago, but I'll talk about it. I'm not the go-to expert for giving advice about multi-placing. Up until 6 months ago, I would say, I didn't multi-place. I spent the first over 2 years of my diamond painting journey exclusively single placing. I am in no hurry really to finish, and I'm kind of particular and fussy, so I've always just kind of enjoyed single placing. But lately I have kind of started practicing with multi-placing. And so my advice would be, start small. Don't jump from like a single placer to a 12 placer, like build your way up, which is what I'm doing. I have a 4 placer. I actually just bought a 6 placer. I'm going to start practicing with that soon. My advice would be one, to get a thinner one, not like, there's some on Amazon that are really, really thick, and I struggle with those. So get like a thinner tip, and I don't know, because I don't multi-place very good or very, very much. I mean, I do multi-place quite a bit. I just don't think I'm the best at it to give advice about it. I would say, don't be, if you're like multi-placing squares, don't be too worried, because if the more that you put down, the more that they kind of straighten each other out, the more that they butt up against each other. And I would say, yeah, I guess my biggest tip is to start slow and build your way up. Like, don't go from a single placer to a 12 placer, because you will get overwhelmed with that probably. So work your way up to it, which is also what I am doing. Like I said, I just got a 6 placer from Diamond Art Club, and I'm gonna I have a second pen, which I think I got from, this pen here I got from like Hobby Lobby. It was a Diamond Art Club pen from Hobby Lobby. I think I have a second one of these. It's blue. I might put the 6 placer in there and kind of practice from there. So that would be my advice. Work your way up to the big 12 placers. I don't know if I will ever get there. Like, I single place for so long, and then I've been really content with my 4 placer, and really not in a place where I wanted to get up any higher. I needed something to bump my cart to free shipping, and they were out of 4 placers. So I was like, I'll grab a 6, and then I can put that on that other pen if I needed to. When I diamond paint with my daughter Lucy, she loves to steal my pink pen. I thought having a backup pen would come in handy for that. It's kind of where I'm at with that. Okay. The next question is, do you use a light pad for every kit or only on dark canvases? When I first started diamond painting, I used a light pad all the time. And honestly, now I really don't use it at all. I have overhead lights in my kitchen and in my living room that shine pretty brightly. I have a lamp next to me if I need it. And I don't really find myself using a light pad at all. So I have not used my light pad in over a year, I would say. So if I go to my mom's house for like craft night, I'll sometimes bring it along with me, because I find the lighting in her house not as bright as mine. So sometimes I will like bring it with me if I'm traveling, going somewhere where I don't know about the lighting situation. I'll bring it with me, but it's pretty rare that I use a light pad anymore. Next question is, what is your favorite brand or scent of crafting wax? So I really want to try out Miranda's Crafty Corner for wax one day. I would think she sells wax. Maybe she just sells putty. Or I would try putty too. I've heard a lot of good things about that shop, and I really want to try it. As far as scents go, I like fruity scents. I do not love floral scents. I'm actually really allergic to flowers and pollen and stuff like that. So I don't love the smell of flowers. I love gardening, which is ironic, but I would say more fruity scents, strawberry, things like that, mango type flavors. I like the fruity flavors over floral flavors. I also think I would love a good food flavor if something like that existed in a wax, but nothing specific yet. I'm sure one day I will dive into the accessories and the waxes and all that. I'm sure one day I'll buy some, I'll get some, but like I said, for now, I have what works here, and I kind of like it, honestly, being unscented. I think anything too strong would not be my favorite, but it's not, I would like some kind of scent. I don't know. This is a hypothetical question, so not the best answer, but I would say fruity over floral if I had to pick a scent. Okay, next question. I gotta grab a new color here. Okay, the next question is, if you could only choose one for the rest of your life, would you pick square or round drills? I could choose. I wouldn't want to only do one for the rest of my life, but if I absolutely had to, I would pick squares over rounds. I really like how satisfying it is when squares pop together, like click together into place. I just really like my squares. I think I would be sad not having rounds, especially because like most of Mrs. Butterdee's stuff has been in rounds or is coming out in rounds lately. I would be sad. I do love how fast rounds work up. Rounds are also a little more sparkly when you look at the finished product, but overall the experience of doing squares would probably win out. I really like placing square drills, but I like them both. So that would be a hard choice, but at the end of the day that I could make one. I could make one. So I would pick squares. Okay. What is your ideal canvas size? Snack size, under 30 by 40 centimeters, mid-size, or giant confetti monsters? I love a good confetti monster. I will say that. I've worked on some big, giant kits in my time of diamond painting, and I love them. However, I think my ideal size is 22 by 28 inches. I know most of you guys like centimeters and talk about diamond paintings in centimeters. I think that equates to like 55 by 70 centimeters. Like the medium size range. I know a lot of people gave this answer, but that's because it is a great size. It's a really great size. It's big enough that you get all the details that you need, but not so big that you are working on it for forever. So that is, like, this is 23.6 by 29.53 centimeters. I think it's a good size. I like a good mid-size diamond painting. So that is my answer on that. Although I do really love the big confetti monsters, and I will say I always tend to buy artwork that is in those big sizes because I like the high detail artwork, and I feel like you end up getting them in that size to get those kinds of details. And I love working on those kits. Nothing against them. I kind of like getting them done a little faster. And so the medium, like they're good portrait sizes. And Mrs. Butterdee comes in that size a lot, or just like a good portrait size. So that's my answer for that. Let's look at the next one. AB drills, fairy dust drills, or rhinestones? Which special sparkle do you love most? I love dust drills. I really love the dust drills. Fairy dust or moon dust or mystical dust or whatever you call them, because every company calls them something different. I really love a good dust drill. ABs are pretty. They're just too finicky to place. I tweeze my ABs and I don't love placing them. I would say, like, crystals and metallics are pretty, but at the end of the day, my heart goes with the dust drill. My heart just lies with the dust drills. I always get excited when I see a kit has them in them. And whenever I open them and look at them, I always am extra amazed at how sparkly and pretty they look. I like that they're pretty, but also kind of subtle. I am always going to pick a dust drill, I think. So dust drills win that question for sure. Next question is, do you prefer canvas imagery that is hyper realistic or abstract and cartoonish? I don't know. I don't know what exactly the definition of cartoonish is. Like this image here, are we calling this cartoonish? I hope you can see that. Because this to me isn't a cartoon. This to me is like, yeah, you can see it. Good. Okay, this to me isn't a cartoon. That to me, it's like artwork. I don't know. When I think of cartoons, I think of like, like Disney princesses or, the SpongeBob canvases that are out there and things like that. I don't think this is cartoonish. Now, it's not hyper realistic. Would be what, landscapes? I also really love working on landscapes a lot, actually. And I'm working on one like The Great Escape, a very hyper realistic kit. It looks like someone took a picture of it. So I really like them both. I don't think I could choose on this one. I guess I could, because I want to make myself answer all the questions. I guess if I had to choose, I would say not abstract, because I gotta have some kind of like imagery in there, right? Abstract to me is just like shapes or something that you can guess what it is or like use your own imagination. I wouldn't go abstract, but I guess more like cartoony, if this is considered cartoony, or like if Mrs. Butterdy is considered cartoony, then or like Miss Holly's stuff would be considered cartoony. I guess I would choose that if that's what we're considering it. This kit has so much confetti in it. I think that's what I would go with, if that's what we're meaning by that. I do like hyper realistic because I love a good landscape, which is new to me. And so since that is new to me and not always been my go-to, I'll say more of the whatever this style is, basically. Okay. Next question is confetti heavy or color blocking heavy, which makes you happier? I kind of just hinted at that. I like confetti. I like confetti. It can get overwhelming. This kit here is hybrid charted or computer charted. So a computer program scanned it and then spit out what it would do to split up the drills and stuff. This confetti is a little bit it is on the brink of like, some of this is just not needed confetti, which is why I am enjoying doing this kit and comparing it to the hand-rendered version of this exact same kit. I really am learning so much about confetti, about when it's needed, about when it's necessary, about when it's just like, okay, this is not even necessary. And I'm learning a lot. I still always will pick confetti, even in this situation. Like, some of this is just like, okay, some of this is crazy. I miss colors a lot. I have to go back in and redo them. And I've already like found 2 that I missed of a different color that I was just doing here a few minutes ago. But I still really like confetti. I'm always going to get a kick out of it. Now, would I prefer the confetti to probably be a little bit more intentional? That was the word I was looking for, intentional. Probably. I am enjoying the hand-rendered version of this kit a little bit more, and it has more color blocking to it than confetti because it was hand-rendered. But I still am having so much fun with it. And I think at the end of the day, I like confetti a lot. I like kits that do have a healthy balance of both too, because you'll do a ton of confetti and be like, okay, this is burning me out. And then you'll go to a color blocking section and it'll speed things up a bit, make you feel good like you're making progress, and then you can go back. But in this scenario, I only can pick one. I would pick confetti because a kit with a ton of color blocking bores me to tears. It really does. I much prefer the confetti. Okay, what's the next question here? Okay, last category, stash and community. How many unstarted kits are currently in your stash? I should have checked GemFlow before I turned this on. Okay, I'm not counting mini kits. I'm going to count full-size kits. Also, just be nice, guys, okay? If you're going to be mean, don't bother. But I will say I have, I think, like a little bit more than 160 in my stash right now. Now, my stash has grown a ton in the last 6 months or so because I have started working with some amazing, amazing companies, and they are kind enough to send me kits to unbox for the channel. That's awesome. Diamond Art Club sends me sneak peeks. I get sent kits from Mystical Dream Diamonds on occasion, and from Preston Place and Art Dot, and like there's companies that reach out and send me things, and I'm so thankful for them. That has grown my stash, as well as just, buying good kits that look good. So I would say a little bit more than 160. I'm not counting mini kits in there because I don't have them all in my GemFlow, so I honestly don't quite know how many mini kits that I have. But I would say, yeah, about 160. And yes, I am a little bit overwhelmed with that number. I don't know exactly how to feel. Everyone's allowed to do what makes them happy, right? I'm never going to say, I mean, honestly, if you have the means to, that's awesome. And I don't feel guilty having 160 in my stash. I just sometimes worry that I'm going to have so many that I'm not going to work on. Like, am I ever going to work on this, or is this going to be put at the bottom of my list? So I have been contemplating either destashing, because I know realistically the number of kits isn't going to go down unless I destash, right? Because I get sent kits multiple times a month, so that number's not going to go down without me destashing them. I just can't work on them that fast. But I also know I'm not going to do YouTube forever. I'm not going to necessarily be sent kits forever. I don't know, that could end at any time. So should I just keep collecting them? And I don't know. This is not the question, but the question is, I have about 160. I am contemplating maybe destashing some of them. Tastes change over time and things like that. But a lot of that is just due to the fact that I've had a lot of blessings in the last few months. So that is the answer to that. Let's go to the next question. What is the most expensive diamond painting item you've ever bought? So diamond painting item, I mean, besides the kits themselves, I haven't bought an accessory or anything. Like the table that I bought here was like $40. So as far as like expensive diamond painting items, I think the kits themselves would be the most expensive thing. But I also have never like bought one on DStash or anything. I've gotten 3 kits on DStash, and every single time that I have gotten a kit from DStash, I've just traded a kit that I already have. Honestly, the only time I really utilize DStash is when I get a mystery box kit that I'm not in love with, and I'm able to trade it for one I am in love with. So even that, I'm not really spending money. I would probably say the mystery boxes are like the most expensive thing I've ever bought, like, because they run usually about like $130. So that would probably be the most expensive thing I've ever bought. I've never bought anything else. I can't think of anything else that would have cost more than that. But that's not just for one kit. You get 3 kits usually when you get a mystery box. I don't know if that counts either. I guess I would just say the typical diamond painting would be the most expensive thing I've ever bought. I did buy a tripod this morning for $60, which was hard to do, but this tripod broke and it's like propped up. I got you guys propped up under books and things like that to get this angle, and I'm like, okay, I can't keep filming like this. So I don't know if filming counts, like filming equipment. I also bought like an external hard drive for all of my videos to get put on, so those are like my most expensive things, but technically they're not really diamond painting things, they're film equipment. So I don't know. I would say like a $75 kit off of Diamond Art Club would probably be the most expensive thing for one item. But I always use a coupon code. Always use a coupon if you can. So yeah, I don't know what else I could say to that one. Okay, next is, have you ever completely ruined or thrown away a kit? What happened? I have never ruined a kit. I've never thrown one away. So also kind of a boring answer to the question, because I haven't. I have one that Crystal Lake Cabin, I'm having a hard time working on it just because I've been finding other kits and I've just been busy, so I keep putting it on pause. But it's not that I hate the kit, so I do think eventually I will. It just goes back to I have so many of them. But I've never thrown one away, and I've never ruined one. I think the only way I could potentially ruin a kit one day would be like cutting the cover and like cutting through the kit, which is my biggest fear anytime I cut the cover. That's when it's non-perforated. I do worry about that, but I've never done it yet. So fingers crossed I don't. Fingers crossed I didn't just jinx myself on that, but I will say, yeah, that's kind of the only thing I can think of. Because even if you like set something on a kit and make it not stick anymore, there are ways to fix that. Baby wipes work wonders getting things off. Like one time Lucy did set a piece of paper on one of my kits. It was just the corner of it. It wasn't bad. It was just a little tiny part of it. And I could just rub off the paper with a baby wipe and then wait. And the sticky does come back if you do that. Baby wipes are a literal dream. So even that wouldn't technically ruin one. Let's say you did pull off adhesive off of your kit and you were really struggling to make it sticky. You could always buy an adhesive and add it. I will say I did throw away one of Lucy's diamond painting, like it was like a sticker one, because it got all hairy and disgusting, and then the sticker ripped. So it was one of those that came like with a set from Amazon. I did throw one of those away. I saw it and I was like, it was half done, covered in hair, wasn't sticky. And I was like, this isn't even worth resalvaging because it's just one of those really cheap little sticker ones. And it was the only one left on the sheet that it came with. And I was like, okay, I don't think she'll notice if I toss this. So that's the only time I've ever thrown away something. But like I said, that was like an off-brand sticker. So that's the only time I can think of that I threw anything away. Hopefully she doesn't watch this video and hear that. Okay. Next is, okay, 2 left. What do you do with your finished canvases, portfolios, framing, gifting, or storing? I've framed and hung a couple. One was Anna and Elsa. I framed and hung that in my daughter's room. And then Mickey and Friends, I framed and hung that in my son's room. Other than that, I've been storing them down on my desk, big flat, thick, heavy pile of diamond paintings down on my desk, and I am actually in the process right now of rolling them back up and just putting them back in the dust covers that they came in so that I can have my desk back down there. Because like I said, I told you guys, it was just becoming a big storage spot. So now I'm rolling them back up. If you roll a kit back up, roll it with the drills facing out so that they don't pop off as easy. And I just slide them back in the dust covers that they come in. And I think I'm just going to get a container to put them all in. So yeah, I would love to dry mount a couple and frame a couple more. I have Bathroom in Paris done, and my dream is to get that like framed and put on a bathroom wall, but none of our bathroom walls are big enough to fit that. So we've always talked about finishing the basement and putting a big bathroom down there. If we did that, I would probably frame Bathroom in Paris and put that down there. I think that'd be so cool. Right now our bathroom walls aren't big enough to fit that diamond painting on them. And yeah, there's a couple other, my real dream is to have a craft room that has walls, because right now the basement is concrete walls, so this wouldn't work, but to have a craft room that has walls and just have the diamond paintings all on the walls, all around my whole craft room, just be full of my diamond paintings all over the walls. I think that would be so cool for a craft room. Would I hang all of these in my living room or something? Probably not, but I think it'd be cool to have them in a craft room. So one day, stay tuned. That's why I'm keeping them all, because I do have hopes to hang them up one day. If we ever moved or something, I had a craft room, or if we did finish the basement, that would be my goal. Okay. Last question is, who is your favorite diamond painting content creator to watch? This is a hard question because I've become friends with a lot of the YouTube diamond painters out there. They're all very kind people. I will say the diamond painting community in itself is just amazing. Kind people. I've made tons of friends since becoming a YouTuber. I hate using that phrase. I don't think I'm a YouTuber, but since I started making videos, I've made tons of friends, and they're all kind and very, very sweet people. So I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but I will say my favorite videos to watch are vlogs. So I'm going to narrow it down to instead of answering who's my favorite YouTuber to watch, I'm going to narrow it down and say who are my favorite YouTuber vlogs to watch, my favorite diamond painting vlogs to watch. And I'm going to list a couple of channels here. 100% apologize if I don't list your channel. I probably still watch you. I watch a ton of videos. So I'm not trying to hurt any feelings, but I did want to answer the question and give you guys a few names of people who post vlogs. I post vlogs once a week. So these are kind of similar to my style of taking you through a week and just chatting with you. And I love that kind of video. So my favorite YouTube vlogs to watch are Natalie from Diet Coke and Diamonds. I literally wake up on Tuesdays and I'm like, oh, it's Tuesday. I get to watch a vlog from Natalie. She's just so funny. She's so funny, and I love watching her vlogs. So Natalie for sure. Michaela from Michaela Renee. She posts her vlogs every Wednesday, and hers are fun because she talks about a lot of diamond painting releases in her vlogs. I always think that's fun to watch, so I look forward to her vlogs every weekend. Amalia from Amalia's World of Color. I like her vlogs a lot. Katya from Diamond Painting Addict. I like her vlogs a lot. Tiffany from Diamonds at Tiffany's. I love watching her vlogs. Tiffany rock tumbles. I love watching other hobbies as well as her diamond painting stuff. Those are some really fun, really fun vlogs to watch. So yeah, there are tons of other YouTubers out there that I really enjoy watching. I just think vlogs are my favorite, so I narrowed it down to just talking about my favorite vlogs that I like to watch. So Editing Katie here, just popping on to mention I also really love watching Kate's vlogs from Diamond Painting and Dr. Pepper. See, I knew I was going to forget people. I might have forgotten more, but those are the ones that were on my brain when I filmed this. And once again, sorry if I forgot anybody else. I love everybody's videos and I love watching everybody. So I apologize if I forgot you, but those are the ones that stick out in my mind right now. Those are some of my favorite creators, especially because of the vlogs. So if you haven't watched them, check them out. I will do my best to have everybody linked down below. I think that is all of the tag questions, unless I accidentally skipped one. My computer is a little far away, so I'm trying to look back real fast and make sure I got them all. But I had so much fun chatting with you guys today about this tag. Thanks so much for creating it, and to make Arts and Crafts for creating the tag, and thank you to Natalie for tagging me in it. I had a lot of fun chatting with you guys. Let me know some of the answers to these questions down below, or if there's anything I need to be trying or doing or experiencing. If there's any tips and tricks, I'm always open for any questions. I will answer them down in the comments below. If you like this video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up on your way out. And if you want to see more diamond painting videos done by me and are not already subscribed to the channel, definitely feel free to subscribe. I post a couple times a week and have so much fun doing it. We do lots of sneak peeks. We do vlogs, like I said. We do full reviews over here. And I just have so much fun making diamond painting videos and releasing them all to you guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.